Hey, this is Rex, and you're watching the Brick Ninjas. Alright, so it's been a day since I've seen Rogue One, and I've absorbed it a little bit. I really like the movie. I'm going to go see it again. There's going to be spoilers in this review. I'll talk about a couple things. I did do an initial reaction last night because my wife and I were just blown away. I mean, the movie was incredible. I will say that the first half of the movie, I was like, I don't know, it's okay. And then I saw Grand Moff Tarkin, and that blew me away. I was like, oh my gosh. Initially, I did like, I like Krennic's character, Ben Mendelsohn, and I like Galen Erso, played by Mads Mikkelsen. I wish there would have been more Mads Mikkelsen in there, more Galen Erso. I think he's a great actor. I like watching him on screen. He's very intriguing. Ben Mendelsohn's character was awesome, and how he portrayed that character was great. I felt he had a lot more screen time. You identified with him a little bit, but they did a good job of kind of balancing, like, you have to not like this guy. But I liked him because you didn't have to like him. Other than that, Peter Cushing's the digital rendering was perfect. Not perfect, but near perfect. It's just moments when he was moving, it was a little bit of a giveaway. But gosh, digital effects have really come so far. Where I started getting into the movie was when they got to Scarif. I did like, gosh, I can't remember the Asian characters' names, but I did get the feeling like there was one part where they first kind of introduced the blind guy, and he, please excuse me if I don't remember the names. I know Jesse did a really good good video on this, talking about how it seemed like Disney may be trying to really crack China and get them into the Star Wars movies, because they really don't care about the earlier movies. But anyways, it seemed a little too much, like when he was beating up all the stormtroopers. It just seemed a little too, let's really appeal to the martial arts and stuff. I liked his character, but that was a bit much for me. If they could have toned that scene down a little bit, I would have liked it a little bit better. That did take me away a little bit. Though I did like him pairing with the other Asian character, which I thought they were great characters. I really liked them. And I really enjoyed watching them on the screen and in the movie, and I thought they really played pivotal roles in the movie. Like I said earlier, I loved K2SO. I wasn't expecting much from him, and I think I liked him more than probably most of the characters in the movie, other than Krennic and I liked him more than Erso, I guess. He was just funny. He delivered when he had to deliver. He was funny. Like I said, he was very sarcastic, and brought a lot of brevity to the movie. Other than that, I liked when they went to Scarif. I thought they did a really good job of, like, why don't you see the Death Troopers in the later movies? Well, they're really just Orson Krennic's personal detail. And then why don't you see Scarif Troopers in future movies? Well, because they're just on Scarif. That makes sense to me. It didn't take anything away from that. This movie, oh my gosh, it beautifully blends in right into A New Hope. I liked the movie. Once we got halfway through it, and all the Darth Vader scenes were awesome, especially the earlier ones, where he's talking to Krennic and does his little force choke. But oh my God, that last scene with Darth Vader. I'll go see the movie 20 more times just to see that one scene. Disney, you need to make a Darth Vader movie, and it needs to take place before that film. After Revenge of the Sith, before Rogue One, of Darth Vader in his prime, or maybe you could put it in between one of the other movies. I don't know, but oh my gosh, that was how I've always wanted to see Darth Vader. The way he moved, the way he fought, he's just incredible. Like, you're just not going to stop him. I can't even put into words what that scene did for me. I was rooting for the bad guy to destroy everything, and in a very graceful way, and he did it gracefully, awesomely. That is exactly what a Sith should be. Darth Vader is like the Sith. Please, Disney, make a standalone Darth Vader movie. I totally think it would do awesome and probably make 10 times more than you put into it. As long as you did it similar to how you did the end of that movie, or you let Gareth Edwards direct it. Please, I'm pleading with you. And if anybody else agrees, like and comment below. Let's make it viral. Disney has to make a Darth Vader movie. That scene was killer. The way he just destroyed everything in his path and did it gracefully, and then just stood there afterwards and watched Leia's ship fly away. And you knew he was just gonna go, oh, I'll get her. I'm not worried about it. I'll get her. It's not a big problem. I mean, it's just that was so badass. I can't even say it. How bad? There should be a new word for how awesome that was. Other than that, how they showed his castle, I heard about that when I was reading about the movie. I was like, Vader's gonna have a castle. It's gonna be cheesy. Oh, come on, you know? Oh my gosh, no. That was awesome. It totally fit into his character. It made you realize, okay, so he's on the ship. That's why you see him kind of in that little cocoon in Empire Strikes Back when they're putting his helmet back on. Well, when he's back at home, his castle, he's chilling in that tub thing, whatever they call it, just kind of meditating and maybe trying to ease his wounds from the Obi-Wan fight. Anyways, that was really good. I loved it. I'm really happy with the movie. The parts that took me out, though, were there was parts of the music that I was like, gosh, that just doesn't, something's not right here. It just doesn't feel right. I would have been more happy if they would have let somebody else conduct and just used similar music as from the other movies with that same theme. But I know why they did it. Artistically, they wanted it to kind of stand out on its own a little bit, and still have little bits of the main theme from the Star Wars movies, but be its own thing. But just stylistically, some of the music just pulled me out too. I was like, yeah, it's a little hard to, it just doesn't seem like it fits here. I did read, though, that the composer, I forget his name, excuse me again, please, had a very short time to score it, so I can understand being under pressure. It's very difficult. So if that's true, my hat's off to him for doing a great job in a very short amount of time. I know what it's like composing music in a very short amount of time. That was my major in college, was music. I was composing, and it's hard. It's not easy. So hats off to him. Still, it just wasn't my cup of tea. Otherwise, the movie looks amazing. I didn't really like the scene where Saw Gerrera has that mind-reading monster go up to Bodhi Rook. It looked a little gross, and not in a pleasant, gross way. It looked a little, I don't know, it just didn't sit well with me. That scene was a little too disturbing. I can't even explain this. However Bodhi was reacting to was a little bit weird. I didn't care for that scene. And Saw Gerrera was just crazy, but I guess that's the way he is, so whatever. Otherwise, the movie was awesome. I highly recommend seeing it, and seeing it many times. Disney, I was so happy when I heard Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney. I knew that they would handle the Star Wars franchise with care and really take their time and do it right. And I think they've done that. I'm really looking forward to the next few movies. This has made me excited about the Han Solo movie. I really was pulling for Scott Eastwood to be Han Solo. I forgot the other guy, Aiden something, got it. So I totally trust Disney, and they're all the casting for this movie was good. So the casting for the next movie I think is going to be great. And again, Disney, make a Darth Vader movie just by itself, and make it dark and brooding and evil and whatever. I would love to see that, and I think millions of other fans would like to see that. So that's all I have to say about that. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe to me if you liked this review, liked my reaction. If you disagree, if you liked the music, if you liked other things that I didn't like, let me know. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe also, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.